Hello everybody, it's Michael from Replica Air Guns, and I'm doing a head-to-head field test shooting review for the PX4 Storm, the Umarex PX4 Storm. Why am I putting two of the same gun head-to-head? It's not because I got a laser on here. I'm not even going to use a laser today. But this is my first gen. This gun's probably, well, maybe 4 years old versus current. So slight little changes through time. I wanted to see if Umarex maybe did some different things that maybe might increase performance or accuracy. I did notice right away that loading the magazine, the current version, so the new one, is actually loading the magazine is a little bit easier. So the holes where the pellets go through, they weren't as tight. So I noticed they're pretty tight on this first gen, a little looser on the whatever gen this is, but current. And so we're going to shoot 5 rounds through the target. Looks like I'm getting some rain here, even though it's sunny. But we're going to shoot 5 rounds through the chronograph here first, and see what kind of average FPS we get, see how close they are. Then we're going to head back 10 feet and shoot 10 rounds on the target from both guns, see what the accuracy is like. Then I'll show you some blowback action at the end. Alright, let's start off with the first gen version. Take it off safe. Alright, here we go. 5 shots. 399.6, nice and hot, brand new CO2s. 7 grain hobby pellets, Artibus pellets. Error. That thing had a lot of smoke coming out of there. Shot 2, 377.3. Error. Let's just keep going. Okay. Got a lot of CO2 coming out of the front of this gun, so step back a bit. 354.6, that was shot 3. Just not liking it. We'll just keep going. There was nothing in that one. There's a shot. 319.7. Don't know if I have any more ammo in here. That's it. So we'll have to go off of, I believe, the 4 rounds. That'll give you an idea though. Hopefully this goes a little smoother. It was dropping quite a bit there. I could feel the blowback actually decreasing as well. There's a lot of CO2 coming out of these guns. Okay, off safe. So this is the current version. 381.9. Boy, this chrono doesn't like reading these. We'll just keep trying here. 373.0, pretty close. 360.5, dropping a bit. 351.9. 345.6, we'll do one more here. 347, let's just empty this mag for fun. I think we might have one left. 393.3. That's it, we're empty. Okay, so we're going to head back and see how well these guns shoot. I'm going to put 8 rounds this time, not 10 8-rounds, because there are 8-round magazines on either side, so 8-round cylinders on each side, and so we'll just do that. 8 rounds in the target, 30 feet out, semi-rested position, followed with some blowback. Alright, we're set up, 30 feet back, semi-rested position. Going to be using the sandbag up front, just standing in the back, but it's a pretty stable platform. I'm going to shoot 8 rounds through each gun because there's 8 rounds in each side of the rotary magazine. We're just going to do 8. That's pretty close to 10. And we're going to shoot the first gen, which is about 4-year-old gun, versus the current version here, which is fresh out of the box, or I should say package, wasn't in a box. And let's just proceed with this and see what kind of accuracy we can get out of these heavy blowback guns that are supposedly not that accurate. Let's see if we can get some accuracy for you though. And then we'll follow it up with a little blowback at the end. Alright. And you can check out my tabletop review, by the way. I did do one a while back, and you know, it's a not bad review. In terms of tabletop, it covers all the basics, so I'm not going to do another tabletop review at this point, but I really hadn't done a proper field test for this gun. So anyways, check out that tabletop review from a while back. Here we go. Safety's off, good. Last shot. Okay, let's go check it out and switch the targets out. Nothing wrong with that group at all. Well centered. Just a little vertically up and down. Might be to do with some pressure drop. As you shoot the CO2, it cools down. Get a little lower FPS at the last few rounds. That's going to account for that. So that's the first gen gun. Seems perfectly accurate to me. 30 feet out, no problem with that at all. You know, some people have said that the PX4 is lacking in accuracy, but I don't see that at all. I've never had a problem with it. I think some people just aren't used to the blowback, perhaps. It does have a heavy recoil in terms of the slide moving very quickly back and forth, and the slide has a bit of weight to it. So, you know, if you're not used to that, that could affect it. But in terms of the gun being able to shoot accurately, there's not a problem with that. Okay, enough rambling. So here we go. Let's see if Umarex has stayed true with this gun in terms of accuracy. All right, let's see. Wow. That's pretty nice. So we had what looks like the majority of the rounds dead center, and then for some reason two shot really low. I don't know, that's really strange the way that grouped. I don't know what the order was like in terms of which ones were first, so when I play it back I'll have an idea. Maybe this was a drop off in power. I don't know, but that's just kind of unusual. Maybe it's me, you know, human factor, right? This gun isn't locked in a vise or anything. So, you know, when you look at it that way, it could just be me. Maybe I was just sighting a little lower on those ones. When I'm sighting this target in with the gun, I don't know if you know this, but my eyes at 45, I can't have everything in focus. I either have to, basically everything is out of focus because I'm not focusing on the target and I'm not focusing on the sights. I basically have everything a little blurred as I'm targeting it, but I'm trying to get everything lined up. So it's not an exact science. I can't have the sights in focus and the target in focus. I try to compromise both, and that's kind of how I do it when I shoot. I just try to have everything sort of in the same amount of focus, and it sort of averages out. Anyways, thanks for watching another Replica Airguns video. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter. Username is Replica Airguns. Come on down to replicairguns.com where we have articles, post reviews, along with photos of a lot of these guns. You can also check out our online Canada and US Replica Airgun stores where we sell air guns, BB guns, pellet guns, airsoft guns, blank guns, knives, and other accessories. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.